Ooh, I want some of your brown sugar. What's up, good people? How we doing? And welcome to Montez at midday. Hope everyone is doing well on this way back Wednesday edition of the show, being brought to you by a title sponsor, the Weed Squad. Feel free to check them out. They're located at 8088 Watson Road. All your pleasures and needs right there of concern. Right there for you, right there. You know what we have to do. Get it over with. High fives all around. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. That double hug right there. A lot of things going on right now. Whole lots of things. Sports, entertainment, music industry, real life. We've been hit with it in more ways than one. Some have handled it well. Some have diverted from it. Some have given us the right distractions that we need. Television, movies, music, and of course the game of sports. But a funny thing happened, and we're going to get into that in a second. But like I said, hope everyone is doing well today. And there's several ways you can follow us on social media. We have a page on Facebook, Who's to Blame, Instagram, Who's to Blame the Podcast, and Twitter at W2B Dre Montez. On YouTube, we have a channel, Dre Montez, as well. And don't forget to visit the website, DreMontez.com. Grab you some swag today. But yes. Well, what a week this has been. I'm talking, it's only Wednesday. I'm talking from last Wednesday till today. There has been a lot of things going on. Some things we can control and some things we cannot control. But either way, it's been going on and happening. And people have been having very deep and diverse conversations about that, which I really do appreciate, looking at it from different angles and knowing the situation that's going on. It's been fun to watch. I haven't had that much time on the video game lately. I've been indulging into the Hollywood side of television shows and movies, trying to get the gist of this thing. There are a whole lot of great things coming up here in our surrounding area of Missouri and Illinois when it comes to movies and television. Speaking of something going on here, what about the old St. Louis Mills finally getting approved for that amazing sports complex that they're going to build? See, when I was a kid, I wanted to see something like that. And as I got older, I had the opportunity to travel by being a United States Navy, by being a truck driver, by being a limo driver. All kind of things helped me experience going all around and also playing competitive softball and traveling so much. You get to see a different side of sports in different areas that you go. Some towns appreciate it and applaud it, or they depend on that money and financial stability. And all the sports teams as well also depend on that. But I've seen some great complexes in my day, amazing complexes, like wow. So we're finally getting a taste of one here in St. Louis at the old St. Louis Mills Mall facility. I never really had a chance to go there. I wasn't living here in St. Louis when it was popping off and real popular. But I saw it from afar. That's about it. But I'm looking forward to what they're bringing to this town. If I still play ball, it'd be fun to play out there. If I was even coaching little baby son of a bitches, it'd probably be fun too as well. But we are not. Don't forget you can always email the show or hit the instant message on any of our social media feeds. But our email is moredremontez@gmail.com. I think kids today, and when I say kids, I'm talking age 10 to 24 years old. That's what I consider a kid, 10 to 24. It has changed over time. From when my parents were that age to your parents being that age, our grandparents being that age, a lot of things have changed and shifted when it comes to respect out there. It is just not there, the respect factor at all. And we kind of wish it was. It's all dealt with differently. That respect starts in your household. It starts right there. Sportsmanship starts with your coaches and also at home. There's all kind of ways to look at this respect factor when it comes to the 10-year-old to the 24-year-old talking to adults in 2021. So a video came out last week. Kid versus Cam, meaning Cam Newton, former Super Bowl participant, league MVP, college championship, and once noted as one of the top NFL quarterbacks in the league. But this kid was at Cam Newton's 7-on-7 camp and had words of expression on how he felt about Cam Newton. He kept yelling out, "But you're a free agent. You're a free agent." Cam kept telling him, "But I'm a millionaire. Where's your father? Where's your father?" I want to know how does a teenager think he can talk to a grown person like that in 2021? You see it on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, where things happen with a kid and an adult, and you say to yourself, there's no way in the hell I could even put myself in that situation or have my child be in a situation like that. I can't imagine talking that way to an adult between the age of 10 and 24 when I was that age. No matter how bad they were playing, how bad of a performance they had, how I really felt about them. The age of 10 to 24, you think that's okay and right for you to speak with an adult that way? It's like we've taken a step back off the responsibility of kindness, manners, knowing your place. I'm not saying we need to do this here, but one of the Man Cave members, he works with troubled teens, tries to rehabilitate them what he does. And he tells us stories all the time about how these kids act toward adults. And if you have a teenager in your home, you've probably seen them try to pull off tricks of the trade, things you tried to do as a kid that they're trying to pull off now. But it's not working that way. But the manners game has changed. This is way beyond pull your pants up, put a belt on, brush your teeth, comb your hair, get up and go to school, go get a job. But they're talking to people any kind of way. If you haven't seen the video or even know the story, it's still out there on YouTube and things like that. It's nothing disrespectful from either side when it comes to curse words, really strong curse words. But the conversation and the narrative of the conversation had me to the point like, wow, how did this even escalate that far? Now, I've never participated in a football camp at all. I've been to baseball camp a million times. Usually the parent is there for a little while. I want to know where the young man's dad was at and how his dad feels about this. I get the young man wrote an apologetic letter, understanding his actions, apologized to his team and his organization as well by being there at the 7-on-7 camp. Yes, it costs money, but you're learning from someone that has gone through the path that you're trying to get to. Just want to put that out there. And also Cam Newton said that he doesn't think that he is, of all 32 quarterbacks, he doesn't feel as though he deserves to be way down the list. He is saying that there are not 32 quarterbacks better than him in the league. Cam Newton numbers. Since 2000, I want to say 15, there's only been 27 quarterbacks to pass and rush over 4,200 yards. Cam Newton was not one of them. Since 2016, there have been 29 quarterbacks to pass for 25-plus touchdowns. Cam was not one of them. There's also been the passer rate of 95-plus. Only 29 quarterbacks have achieved that, and Cam Newton was not one. So we play this game and watch these sports, and we all say this all the time. It's all about the numbers, the wins, the losses, the stats you're putting up, the rings, the championships, the trophies. All that goes into factor. But if you're not in the top percentile of these high statistical categories for a particular sport, what is the argument and the narrative out there? I wonder about that sometimes. Well, yesterday we were hit with some crazy news about my man Tiger Woods. And prayers with him. Went through this with Kobe. Being scared when a high-profile athlete gets injured or something like that, I really get disturbed by that big time. And it seems to be that the athletes that we have this connection with, it's amazing to me. You know, I have a connection with Tiger Woods due to the way his dad pushed him and believed in him. I love when the parents believe in the child. And they're not afraid to tell you. I love stories like that. We've all heard the stories of a single parent home, the drug addicted parent, the grandparents raising you, your sister raising you, you sleeping in your car to make it through. I'm tired of those stories. I really am. If LeVar Ball can really pull this thing off the way he wants to, but he already told us all three of his boys are going to play in the league. They said he was crazy. Nobody should talk like that. Richard Williams, Serena and Venus Williams did the same thing. Earl Woods did the same thing with Tiger. But I'm glad Tiger Woods is okay. I'm really happy that he is okay right there. We're going to take a short break here, brought to you by MountainManScrub.com. We'll be right back.
Mountain Man Scrub. As smooth as a river flows. MountainManScrub.com. Get your scrub on.
Don't forget to go to visit MountainManScrub.com. In the promo, type in DRA for your instant DRE. Type in DRE for your instant savings right away and your discount. Also over the weekend, in the NBA, young man drafted out of Georgia, Anthony Edwards. You talking about disrespectful in sports. There's all kinds of ways you can disrespect your opponent in sports. We've seen shade thrown at guys. We laugh at the videos. We shake our head. And we try to think of times anything has ever happened to us. But that Anthony Edwards dunk was probably one of the most disrespectful dunks I've seen in quite some time. Like real, that was something else. When I played ball, I played with a couple of big-headed guys that won some rings and won a championship before, and they get to an opponent that's beneath them, they deem, especially if they're playing third base, they'll roll the ball to first base. That would probably get you an ejection nowadays. That really would. But that was one of the most disrespectful dunks I've seen in quite some time. If you can think of one, please share it with me. Let me know. Send me a video. Right? Type the name in. Or what? If you've seen something disrespectful in sports, please let me know. I went through this with probably John Elway was the first. When a player retires, a guy you like, an athlete you dig, when they just say, hey, done. John Elway was different to me. Really was. I wore a tuxedo, and I drank Coors Light that day. And I went to my favorite watering hole in Charlotte, North Carolina at the time I was living there. And he delayed his press conference for his retirement due to the Columbine shooting. But he's still retired. Very emotional day for him. Then he had Michael Jordan retire. The last final time I'm talking about. Another athlete that I really admire. Then you also had Wayne Gretzky retire. That was something special right there. The little stint he played here, what he did for the game of hockey. But now, my man, El Hombre, number 5, Albert, Mama is that man again, announcing that 2021 is going to be his final season. And I tell you what, when your favorite athlete plays for your hometown team, special. And I'm glad I got a chance to see him play last year when he came. Well, a year and a half ago when he came here and played. I'm glad I was there when he hit the home run. When he hit the home run, this is a true story. I wore my shirt. I went to that game. And when he hit that home run, I bowed and I waved goodbye. I'm going to try to make it to one of his games this year. Some kind of way I'm getting in the game. I'm getting in the game. Real talk. And I guess real talk is also out there. So already the sports world has decided that the Dodgers are going to win the World Series again. The Kansas City Football Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. The Brooklyn Nets are going to win the NBA championship. and the Edmonton Oilers are going to win NHL. That's already been decided already. Here we are on the 24th of February, 2021, and those four right there teams have already been picked to win it all. They've counted out my Lakers depending on what they've done these past four games, what they have done. Is LeBron really that bad? Can he shoot? Does he want the pressure on him? I don't think he does. He's not about that life. Can't hit free throws. Always defers the shot from him to win the game or to tie the game. And I want to know who started these logo shots. This is getting out of hand. It was fun and cool when Golden State was doing it with that super team they had. If you go to the bathroom, you come back there by 30. You wonder, how did that happen? My Lakers, I blame it on coaching. In points per minute, that's a stat that they follow in the NBA. No one want to put a player on the court to get the most production out of them. And I don't think we're following protocol. I understand Schroeder's out. I understand Davis. But you got to have that belief in each other. The defense is lacking big time. Can't hit. Our free throw game is horrible. If I was LeBron, I would concentrate more on attacking the paint as opposed to always shooting these jumpers and these threes. It's not working. The stats are down big time. But it happens to us all. It happened to us all. I heard the story about this decades ago. I think when I saw The Purple Rose of Cairo with Mia Farrow. That's when I found out about her and Woody Allen. They have a documentary on HBO Cinemax. It's about their trials and tribulations. I had no idea. I had no clue. I only thought that he married the adoptive daughter. But I had no idea the issues with his youngest daughter, the one that they had together. Had no idea. It is one of the most interesting documentaries I've seen in quite some time. That nothing was done. Nobody said a thing. And it's right there for you to see it for yourself here in 2021 what transpired. And I had no idea that Mia Farrow had that many kids as a single woman. You don't hear that too often from a Hollywood person having 6+ kids and single. You just don't hear stuff like that. Well now you do. Hell, shit, I know a 14-year-old, 5 kids. I'm lying. I think at some point we were all kids. We were all kids at some point. We thought we could do something. I'm talking between ages of 5 and 10. We thought we could do something that we saw on television. I got a way back Wednesday story for you. It's going to blow your mind. Blow your mind. But if you know me, you're going to say, well, I can see that, Dre. Well, I was a big fan of Shazam and Ultraman and Superman as a kid. Big fan of those TV shows. You do your homework first and you get to watch all these TV shows. Do your homework first. And my Aunt Lisa was like my ace in the hole when we were kids. We did everything together. She would have a pretend school, even with a real desk. Who had a real desk in the 70s as a kid? And she would give me pretend school, pretend like she was the teacher. it was wild. It was wild. So I had this bright idea as a kid. I thought I could fly. True story. If you put your shirt, tuck your shirt in your hair and make it look like a cape, every kid thought they could fly. Every kid. You couldn't tell a kid nothing. Even if you're going down the street like this playing human airplane. I thought I could really fly. So to prove it, I got on the back of her shoulders. Tried to fly across a glass coffee table. How did that work out for you, Dre? Emergency room. It was bad. It was not a good thing. But I thought, hey, I tried. If you were a kid and tried to fly, how did it work out for you? I mean, I really thought I could lift off like Superman. I really did. Those TV shows back then were very influential for kids. You thought you could do that. You thought you could throw a pin at your friend's head and make it stick like on the Three Stooges. As you got older, you figured out, hey, that's not real. I can't do that. Cowboys and Indians can't play that game no more. You get in trouble playing that game now. But that was a thing when I was a kid. That was a thing to do for little kids to do. And also, watch This Week in Baseball, footnotes with Mel Allen, all these things here. But I really thought I could fly as a child. What was, I can't believe it. Sometimes I sit back and I can't believe you did that. And when you do stupid things and you hurt yourself, back then, you still got a whipping. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're getting a whipping. I told your ass not to be flying in the house. When they talk to you and whoop you, they meant that. Now, if you get a whipping with no talking, I'm leaving the house. I'm leaving. I ain't coming back. But a whipping with the talking, boy, did not tell your ass not to get wearing my baseball uniform out this house. The good old days is what they call. The good old days. If you just tuned in, we covered a few things already. We talked about the kid versus Cam Newton. It's a video that's out there in the clouds or in the YouTube of Nation out there. And I just want to know how you feel about kids talking to adults that way. Have you ever had a kid disrespect you? Or have you ever disrespected a kid and later on you got home like, damn, I shouldn't have talked to that kid no way? Like, I can't remember the last time I talked to a 10-year-old to the age of 24. I can't remember the last time I've done that. Because little kids creep me out. They freak me out because of their mouth. Their mouth is too smart. You can't tell them nothing. You not my daddy. I'm going to make more money than you when I get older. Things like that. Little kids say shit like that. They really do. They could go there on you. Anthony Edwards dunked. He put his business in that man's face and head and neck. Mm, mm, mm. My man, my favorite baseball player, Albert Pujols, is retiring. 2021 is going to be it. I thought there was a possibility and a chance that he would close out his career here in St. Louis. But things happen in baseball. Things happen that we can't control. Look at what's happening with the Mariners. That's a shit show what's happening with the Mariners. How does the front office in sports become so toxic and tainted? In the past 10 years, there's been a lot of trouble across the board in sports that starts with the front office, the people with the real money. And I just don't, how are they allowed to get away with that? They're just allowed to get away with that. I tell you what's going to happen. They're going to end up putting cameras in all these new offices out here. They're going to start monitoring these people because Major League Baseball is tired of getting embarrassed. The NFL is really sick of it. NHL, they've had some issues now. They've definitely had some issues in their front office as well. In the NBA, they took a team from a guy because of his behavior. The owner, front office issues with the Toronto Raptors. You got your jury out here trying to prove that he didn't do nothing wrong. How does it get to that point in the world of sports where the front office is the problem? The players out here trying to do something positive, win a game, win a championship, make the city proud. But meanwhile, the front office is running them up. They acting like they're Freaknik up in there. They acting like they own the plantation in 1945. And then when you see these people, they appear to be grown and intelligent and college educated and should know better. But they're slipping down the slippery pole that we call thinking you got it made. Thinking you got it made. The Lakers in the NBA is going to be okay. Like I said, everybody in the NBA already has the Brooklyn Nets winning the championship already. There's nothing we can do about that. All I can do is sit and wait. I'm not having no more arguments. I'm not defending my claim. I'm not debating no more. I'm going to let the whole four major sports understand what you guys have already told us as of February 24th, 2021. The Dodgers are going to win the World Series again. Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl again. I'm talking all this is going to happen back to back. You got the Brooklyn Nets winning NBA championship, and you got the Edmonton Oilers winning NHL Stanley Cup. That's what the sports world, the writers, the YouTube followers, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook fans are really expressing themselves on who they think is going to win. I'm not saying a word. I'm just going to sit back and watch and chew my popcorn. Because I think it turns out better that way. That way you can throw shade this way and just look at it. We've all picked our team to win and they didn't do it. And it doesn't go well when you go back into the workforce, around your crew, your peeps, your squad. They want to throw shade. Trust me, when Denver lost that Super Bowl to Seattle, I'm sorry, when Denver got the living fuck beat out of them in the Super Bowl, oh my God, it was brutal. But you can't really offend me. I'm just gonna smile and say, who your team? When last time your team won? Nobody's a Seattle Seahawks fan. No. No, I don't know not one damn Seattle Seahawks fan. They rock with their colors. They rock with Russell Wilson. That's about it. But they're not fans of the team. Come on. Let's be real. But bandwagon fans make life better. They like the new girl at the strip club. You just want to go and see it for yourself. That's how I feel about bandwagon fans. Let me go in your man cave. Let me see what you purchased recently for your new team. We'll see. We'll definitely see. And as I said, that Woody Allen, Mia Farrow documentary on HBO Cinemax, questions. Whole lot of them. Whole lot of them. And I can't believe that I tried to fly as a child. I landed very, very unsuccessfully, by the way. Didn't I missed my target? It's my target. I have no regrets, though. I have no regrets at all. None at all. Well, folks, good people, the ones that matter, enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. That's a nice car you purchased. You're about to move into your first house or your first apartment, or maybe you bought something for yourself that you've been saving for and working for. As I have on my spirit board, memory board, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 items on my wish list. And I got let's get it. I look at this list every day and it pushes me and motivates me. Brings something out of the body. It generates something differently out there. All right? You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Most importantly, appreciate the details of the day as well. And don't forget to follow us out here. Also, the latest episode of my podcast, you can find that on SoundCloud, Dre Montez. You can also find it on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Google Play as well. All out there for you to find it. You can also visit the website, DreMontez.com. Thank you guys for your time and listening. And my man, number 5, Pujols, it's going to be a tough, emotional year for me watching you play. But I'm going to figure out a way to go to the Angels game. Yeah, mask and all. We going. We up out here. If we can go to Vegas, we can go see Pujols too as well. California, here I come. I may have to go to Cali. Going back to Cali. 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 Going back to Cali. 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 Heels, tall, bikini, small. She said she likes the ocean.